people are apparently furious that Jim Leyland, Kirk Gibson, are coming back to be special assistants. And I think they have a misunderstanding of what a special assistant actually does. Like, Jim Leyland isn't in the boardroom. This isn't like Moneyball where Jim Leyland's like in the boardroom talking as a scout on who they should hire or not. Like, he's just the old wise wizard that Scott Harris may come to one day to ask for some sage advice. And I think out of all the people that are special assistants, Alan Trammel is the only one with an actual like day-to-day job with the team. So I think anyone who's butthurt or anything about the special assistants is kind of ignorant on what their jobs really entail.
Well, I think the big thing to say would be it's not like the Tigers are the only ones keeping old names afloat in their golden years. Okay, you go around the league, you see a lot of guys like this. If you ever went to a Minnesota Twins game, Tony Oliva is a fixture there, and he was always called some kind of advisor. And there was always a bunch of other guys around as well. So, it's fine. If I don't know what these guys really add, other than a kind of a gateway to the golden years when the Tigers were successful. If they help anybody do anything, it's a bonus. If they're getting paid anything, it's money out of Illich's pocket. Who cares?
And so I can provide what I think they add, and it's true. We've been to the minor league parks. We've seen Alan Trammel out there playing infield with the prospects, teaching them the proper way to do things. Like, he's out there, he's a legit coach. And he's a Hall of Famer, so there's nothing wrong with that, right? But there's also nothing wrong. I think we all want the Tigers to be like super advanced and use analytics and all that stuff. There's something to be said for wisdom and for having played and lived baseball for decades. And they will call Jim Leyland in to look at a pitcher just from the stands to see what he thinks, because he's seen more pitches than 99.9% of the people on the planet. Like, he might not be the world's best evaluator, but he's probably going to have a better idea than most people. And then there's all the non-baseball stuff, at least the off the field stuff that fans don't appreciate. Like, I don't know, maybe you got a young married player and he's having some issues. Who's he going to talk to? You think Lance Parrish dealt with something like that in his life? That's valuable. Maybe you're a young African-American player for the Tigers and you want to try to get a perspective or kind of understand what it means to play for Detroit. Is there anybody better to talk to than Willie Horton? And I don't think so. So these guys do offer value. I mean, for the most part, they're just kind of collecting retirement checks, but they mean something to the organization and they do provide value, players if they need it. Lance Parrish is just a great dude to talk to. Raj and I talked to him for like a half an hour one day about baseball. And just fun to talk to, and it's good to have around. It's good to have people who love baseball around.
Yes.
If they're not making roster decisions, then there should be no concern whatsoever. And these are Tigers lifers, and there's nothing wrong with having people who love the Tigers being around your players who are on the Tigers.